Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ruthless, and I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is going to be a Terran versus Protoss on the map Mire. It is in the Season 3 map pool. And spawning in the top left location is yours truly, the Syndicate's Ruthless as the blue Terran. And spawning in the top right is Kinetix as the red Protoss, my opponent in this ladder match. And real quick, I know that for the subscribers, you used to see me play Zerg, but actually I haven't thrown out any videos for a while, and I race switched in the meantime over to Terran. So this is the first game where I play Terran as my main that I'm going to be casting, and I've got a long road ahead of me, I've got to tell you. I don't know a lot about how to play Terran and how to do the builds. I'm just trying to pick it up and trying to get a feel for it. And as such, I was browsing the All Things Terran subreddit, and I came across this P90x program that SCA Yume had put up for everyone. And really, it's just a program. It's like the P90x for exercise and working out. It's there to get you in shape as soon as possible. But instead of getting you in physical shape, this is getting you in macro shape and getting you to be a better player overall. So real quick, I'm on day one of that. To start out with, I did some hand stretches. I played some micro challenges just to get warmed up. And then afterwards, I did a couple of games against the AI. Then I played some unranked matches, and now I'm playing ranked. And all throughout, I did the same build, and it's a build I'm going to be doing here, actually. It's going to be a 15 gas, so 12 Rex, 15 gas. It's going to allow you to get out your tech at a reasonable time, and as well, it's going to allow you to expand. So it's a very nice middle-of-the-road build. Looks like my opponent, Kinetix, has gone for one gas so far, now grabbing a second gas. Not using a lot of that chrono boost, though, so he is stockpiling quite a bit, which does hint towards aggression. Alright, so a little bit about this map, Mire. It is not favored by a lot of people for a reason, and that is because, you know, it's just like any other map where you have this natural that can be easily defended here in the middle, but at the same time, you have this nasty little bridge right here, and this is where you can get across really quickly. Saw how fast my scout got in his base, didn't have to go all the way around. And right now, what my scout is doing is I'm looking for a mothership core. If a mothership core is not on the way, then I know that this is a tech build. So there's two gases right here, no mothership core. That is a huge telltale sign. So again, checking for any pylons down here, checking for any expansions. Don't see anything. I know that's a stalker, and what I should be doing right now is getting the heck out of dodge. But instead, I'm just going to be hanging around. So I do have 2 Marines produced. I've get my reactor down. And now is a good time to head down to the natural expansion and look to put down a command center. Just a little bit late on that. I might have been trying to micro this SCV. Now I'm going to try and poke back in here to see if I can't see anything else, but there's these 3 pylons right here. I should have just gotten out of dodge. This is really basic play right here. I don't like the idea of putting all your pylons in the same place, and you know, especially for your opener, because it makes it a lot harder to hide tech. But anyways, we have this stalker on the way for Kinetix, heading over to my base to do a little bit of scouting of his own. You do see the robotics facility going down here for Kinetix, and he is still on 1 base. So far we have, looks like 2 gauge robo, and let's see what this probe wants to do. He's going to throw down another pylon. We're going to find out pretty soon what this build is going to be. The stalker is going to poke up here. He's going to see that reactor. He's going to see that factory, but he actually does not see the expander going down here. Meanwhile, these Marines picking away at the rocks. And I'm getting down my supply depot a little bit late. Starport is on the way as well. And let's look at the income tab. So far it is 23 harvesters to 20, but I do have those mules, and I will have my second command center here shortly. Bunker is going down at the front. So a little bit about this P90x program. You're to do the same build over and over and over again, but you're supposed to learn it like the back of your hand. So really, it doesn't matter what my opponent does. I have to do the same build every time. You can make some adjustments. You know, like for example, I don't see a base right now. I would need to throw down more bunkers. So if I kept that SCV alive, I could have hidden him maybe at the 3rd base, then ran him into the, or maybe not that 3rd base, but at this 3rd base, ran him into the natural. See no natural at 6:15. That either means a delayed natural, a delayed 2nd base, or attack all in. And so we see here it is going to be an immortal bust. The first immortal has been created here. And waiting for that 2nd immortal. It looks like he is going to make a 4th gateway down here. So it's a 4 gate with immortal. a little bit of a wonky build. He didn't quite... Okay, looks like he's going to cancel that. Not quite sure what he wants to do. Meanwhile, let's look at my build a little bit. I've done basically reactor marines with whatever these guys are called, widow mines and medevacs. So I'm going to be doing a drop here shortly. I have my economy nice and going. I only have one bunker out front though, and this is going to prove to be a problem. I'm about to be supply locked. Meanwhile, the push is coming. Look at the units tab. It is going to be 8 stalkers and 1 immortal, but the second one on the way versus my 13 marines, 2 widow mines, and 1 medevac. So the medevac is heading on over here. What I want to do is I want to drop off the widow mine at one base and then send my marines to the next one, but because my opponent is on one base, I'm just going to have to go ahead and drop off everything there. The stalkers checking for a third base, there is none, so they are going to be walking out front here. And there's going to be very light resistance. That widow mine does take out one of the stalkers and damages another, so 2 stalkers already going down. Meanwhile, a drop going down here at his main base. The widow mine is going to take out a couple of these probes as well. And the Marines is doing so much damage, but meanwhile I've had to lift off my Marines. I've had to run back into my base. I need to save every last thing that I can right now. My natural is under attack. Back at home in a Kinetix base, he is trying to warp in some stalkers to fend this off, but my Marines have a healing medevac with them, so really, there's no real chance of this ever working, because I'm just going to have more and more and more Marines. So this command center is being forced to lift off here, and it is going to go down. That is going to supply block me. That is a very, very horrible thing that just happened. And let's see if I can hold off here. It looks like another stalker is going to go down to that widow mine. Some of these units have been injured by that widow mine blast as well. Taking out one more stalker, so there's now 4 more stalkers left and an immortal. Marines chasing these 2 other stalkers back here. Having this drop really did a lot of wonders for me because it allowed me to go ahead and do an attack. But meanwhile, here we go. Here's the main attack. And it looks like I'm going to have the SCVs take a lot of the damage. The immortal targeting the SCVs and not the Marines. And we have these 2 medevacs overhead. Meanwhile, a tank also firing down on these stalkers. It's going to be plenty to wipe this out. Kinetix gives the GG, and that will do it for the game. So, 3rd game on ladder, not too bad. Held off a pretty nasty all-in. Not the best defense, and honestly not the best build from Kinetix either, but I'm in bronze, I'm rank 4. So these builds are going to be a little bit wonky, and the goal is to improve, not to be the best already. Well, and that will do it for that cast. Thank you guys for watching. It was great to be back, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.